Welcome to Eric Unscripted. First off, I'm lying. I have to read a script for this video. But this isn't an educational video, so I can't put it on my extra take vlog. I just don't want to skip any of the details, and this is already going to be a long video. And if I recorded this totally unscripted, there will be so much editing out I have to do that I probably couldn't fit the video on my SD card. Music has been a huge part of my life. Most people say that, but I don't just listen to music when I'm bored. I play music. I think about the politics and poetry written in the lyrics, and what the guitarist is trying to voice in their solo. My dad plays guitar, and his taste in music rubbed off on me, and the style of music I like reflects his as well. Every one of the songs on this list is a rock song. My dad hates all but about 5 of the songs on this list, though. Weirdly, most of the songs on this list I don't even listen to very often. These songs became meaningful to me during my late childhood and early adulthood, so they'll never lose their meaning, but I'm sort of in a discovery phase right now for new music. This is not a list of the songs that I think are the best songs ever made. Many of them I don't even think are the best song by that artist. They're just my favorite songs. So don't go thinking that I've committed some sort of crime by having a narrow selection. These songs aren't ranked. I don't have a number one favorite. I'm just going to list the songs in alphabetical order according to the artist. The first song is One Way Out by the Allman Brothers. The version of this song that I'm choosing is the live version. I play guitar, and ever since I heard this song, I have always thought if I could play guitar like anybody, it would be like Dickie Betts and Duane Allman in this song. It's incredible. The Allman Brothers have always been one of my favorite bands. Their live album, At Fillmore East, which this song comes from, is incredible. Every song is perfect. They improvise their music when they play live, but you can't tell. Every song sounds impeccably designed. I prefer the live version of a lot of songs because they're more energetic, and sometimes an artist covers a song that is better than the original. One Way Out to me, though, is a song that can't be improved. That live take they did of it is the perfect song, and the energy in it is so incredible. It's fast and dynamic with well-placed pauses that keep you focused and beg to be resolved. But really, for me, it's the guitar solo. Let's just listen. Hopefully I hyped up that song enough that you could feel what I feel when I hear it, because it gives me the chills most times I hear it. Next is In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, also by the Allman Brothers and from the same album. In fact, these songs were played back to back on the same night. In Memory of Elizabeth Reed is a 13-minute long instrumental. Pulling off an instrumental that long is a difficult feat, especially because the song is not repetitive. There are a few hooks in the song, but the song is a continuous musical journey. It almost seems to speed up and get louder throughout, even though it doesn't really. There are a few amazing transitions. Let's listen to the first one. The song is basically 3 different guitar solos, each about 3 minutes long, with an organ part in there as well. Underlying the guitar playing is, to me, one of the best bass performances of all time. You have to listen carefully, but the bass line throughout this song is fabulous. One other thing to listen to is the fact that there are 2 drummers. How that is coordinated so perfectly is beyond me. It's too long of a song to talk about at length, but the guitar performance, and again, this is live and improvised, is like One Way Out. It's perfect. Here are just some of the most amazing parts. Next is Come Together by the Beatles. It was hard for me to decide between Come Together and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I decided on Come Together because Eric Clapton, who plays on While My Guitar Gently Weeps, appears separately on this list. Unlike the last two songs, I have a hard time saying why I like this song so much. It is certainly very groovy and catchy. It's simple though. You can barely hear anything other than the drums and bass, except during the short guitar solos. It's probably my favorite song to play live. Maybe that's why I like it so much. The Beatles are seen as a pop band, but they could play great rock music. And I think George Harrison is actually underrated. Next is Tighten Up by the Black Keys.
I wanted love, I needed love, most of all.
I started playing live music in Watertown, South Dakota at a place called the Goss Opera House. I just played in the bar downstairs. This was my favorite song to play in those early days of my live music playing phase. The Black Keys are one of my favorite bands, and it is really hard to pick one song from them for this list, but I think it has to be Tighten Up for me. I don't even think it's their best song, but for the reasons I stated, it's my favorite Black Keys song.
Tighten up on your reins, you're running wild, it's true.
Next is the live version of Crossroads by Cream, a song originally written by Robert Johnson. Most of these songs I like because of the music, not the lyrics. Although the lyrics of this song are very catchy, the guitar and bass are a tour de force. To me, this is Eric Clapton's best individual performance. If the guitar solo was half the length, it would still be one of the best guitar solos of all time. But there are so many verses that just rip, unrelenting, one after the other. The dynamics of the song are also incredible. It goes from a 5 during the verses to a 10 in the guitar solos, and then back to a 5 for the verses. Next is My Father's Eyes, also by Eric Clapton. first started writing down this list, I put Let It Rain for my other Eric Clapton song. But then I thought about why are these songs on the list? They all mean something, don't they? For whatever reason, I can still remember sitting in my dad's old red Jeep Cherokee hearing this song. We were pulling up in the driveway. I was sitting in the back seat on the left side. I don't remember how old I was, but I was definitely in first grade or younger. I was too young to understand music, but I knew that when I heard this song, that this was my dad's song for me. This song has made me cry before. I can't explain it.
Where do I find the words to say? How do I teach him? What do we play? Bit by bit, I realize.
Next is In Your Atmosphere by John Mayer. John is probably my third favorite guitar player ever, but this song is on the list because of the words. The guitar is amazing, and it's hard. I've tried to play it many times, and it's just beyond me. This is also a live song from John's Where the Light Is concert. I only listen to John Mayer's live music, actually. For some reason, he's just better live, which is incredibly rare. Where the Light Is John Mayer's magnum opus to me. Every song he performed in that stadium is phenomenal. This song is a story. I don't exactly know what the story means to John, but the lyrics tell stories about episodes in my life that are haunting. I'm not going to tell you what those stories are because this isn't about me, but this song feels like I asked John, can you write a song about blank and put it in your own words? And then he did it. Apart from all those personal reasons, it is a beautiful song.
Wherever you go, wherever you are, watch that pretty light play out in pictures from afar. Ooh.
Next up is a band that I listened to almost every single day for about 6 or 7 years. The band is Led Zeppelin, and the first song is Out on the Tiles. Led Zeppelin is the best rock band ever assembled. Jimmy, Robert, John Bonham, and John Paul Jones are each separately considered one of the best rock musicians in their own category, but they were all members of the same band. Out on the Tiles is unique among Led Zeppelin songs to me because Jimmy Page isn't the reason I like it. His guitar playing is great in the song, but it doesn't really have a guitar solo in it. Robert and Jimmy put together an incredibly catchy song, and for reasons I can't explain, it makes me feel happy. Led Zeppelin has always been my favorite band, and this is my favorite song of theirs. It killed me to only be able to pick 2 Led Zeppelin songs, but my other choice is 10 Years Gone. I could say a lot about this song. The lyrics are beautiful and poetic, but it's on this list because of one major thing. Jimmy Page's guitar solo is the second most emotional piece of guitar music I've ever heard. It sounds like his interpretation of somebody telling the saddest story you've ever heard. It gives me goosebumps almost every time I hear it. The song is also incredibly powerful. Just listen to this introduction to the final instrumental piece. The guitar and drums do something so incredible. The way they first match note for note, but then there is a very slight hesitation where Jimmy hits the last note a fraction late and John crashes the cymbal a fraction after that. It gives you anxiety that is then immediately resolved. To show you what I mean, I have to look like an idiot for a second. Just pay attention to the tempo and the delayed notes I mentioned. Every time. I said 10 Years Gone is the second most emotional piece of guitar music I've ever heard. The next song, Comfortably Numb, is the most. There's a lot of meaning in the lyrics, and they're very good, but a large number of people think this is the best guitar solo ever recorded. It's another perfect song. You can't play this solo any other way than the way it is recorded. David Gilmour has a very particular guitar sound that I think can be summed up in one word: big. I don't even know what that means quantitatively, but qualitatively, the sound from his guitar just sounds big. This song has two guitar solos. The first one, to me, is sort of the beautiful solo. It gives me a happy feeling. The other one, though, is dark. It's still beautiful, but almost in a sad way. Just listen to the way it begins, almost in a forceful way. Hopefully you could hear in that what I meant by David Gilmour's guitar sounding big. The trailing ending of the song with the high notes, it just makes you feel overwhelmed. Next is probably the most fun song I know. I wanted more than one Red Hot Chili Peppers song, but I had to settle for my favorite song of theirs, Turn It Again. It's just the grooviest song ever, in my opinion. Stadium Arcadium is Red Hot Chili Peppers' magnum opus, in my opinion. A double album with 28 songs that is 122 minutes long. There are songs that are better than others, but there are no throwaway songs in the entire work. But Turn It Again is a great piece of work. The transition to the main riff and chorus is just, it's too good. The last 4 songs on this list are all by Jack White. Girl, You Have No Faith in Medicine. The entire album, Elephant, is brilliant, but I picked this song because it's just so powerful. Like, if I ever die somehow by driving off of a cliff, this would be the song I want playing.
Oh, girl, you have no faith in medicine. I see the medicine. You see the medicine. Oh, girl. Is there a way?
Next is Dead Leaves in the Dirty Ground. Depending on the mood I'm in, this song is a happy song or a sad song. The music is really well structured. It's loud and quiet. It's repetitive and dynamic. It's just a song that makes me go, yeah, that's right. Here are a few of the lines that almost always just hit me.
I didn't feel so bad till the sun went down. Then I come home, no one wrap my arms around. Wrap my arms around. Well, any man with a microphone can tell you what he loves the most.
Hard to explain, but it's like describing why your favorite food is what it is. I don't know, it just is. Next is I'm Slowly Turning Into You.
I'm slowly turning into you, but you don't know this to be true. You say I'm lying and I never really tell you the truth. But your face is getting older.
This song, more than any of the others, really doesn't mean anything to me. It's again a case of I don't know why I like it, I just know that I really, really like it. It never gets old. Actually, I think I do know why I like it. It just kicks ass.
I think you're a little laugh and I'm loving your quick wit. I even love it when you're faking it. And it might sound a little strange for me to say to you, but I'm proud to be you.
Lastly, there's Blunderbuss. This song has a story behind it. This is a little weird, but basically there was this girl in college who I liked. We had a class together, and eventually I got courageous enough to start talking to her. But she had a boyfriend. But apparently she liked me too. Okay, calm down. I'm not a homewrecker. Nothing happened. But this song is about two people who are in love, but the girl is with somebody else. It tells the story of how they eventually realized, of course it's selfish for them to want to be together, but why should they care about anything other than what they both want?
So selfish then would be their cry, and who would be brave to argue? Doing what two people need is never on the menu.
So anyways, similar to the song, that girl became my girlfriend, and that was our song. In the long run, it didn't work out. But I still love that song. Yes, I'm over it, it's just a really beautiful song. I have a bonus song. This one has to be mentioned. Ollie Ollie Oxenfree by Full Force Face First. This is my old band. They're still in South Dakota writing and playing music, and I'm in California. This song was a crowd favorite, and we filmed our first music video to this song. I'm proud of this song, and although this is very recent, we started the band in the fall of 2017, it's still significant. I was helping write my own music and performing it. That will always be special to me.
To make it all okay, I've found my darkest days. Did you ever love me?
Wow, so 15 songs isn't enough, but I had to buy these songs on iTunes to put them in the video, and I didn't want to spend $50. Some honorable mentions real quick. Gold on the Ceiling by the Black Keys, Heartbreaker and Black Dog by Led Zeppelin, the Zephyr Song and Don't Forget Me by Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dark Days by Local Natives, and Blue Sky by the Allman Brothers Band. Do you have a favorite song, or a top 5, or a top 10? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.
Right in front of me.